Fleming. Over the line. Stan Makita gets a shot. Jack was caught with a high stick. There's going to be a penalty there. Fleming. Jack down on one knee. Now Baun has gone after Fleming. They're at the penalty box. Now here comes Jack. Careful at it there. Now Jack is looking at Fleming. And Makita's in there with him. Fleming is out of the game. They're still arguing there. Now Fleming wants to take on Hillman. Now then Baun gets a hold of Fleming. Gets on top of him. Keeps swinging at him. Still swinging. Now all the players are coming out on the ice. Now then Horton gets a hold of Fleming, and they're all getting into it. Dan Makita and Keon. Al McNeil on top. Brewer's got a hold of Murray Balfour, and Balfour pulls his sweater off. Stanley is still trying to pull Hay off. Fleming gets up. Horton has a hold of him. Still has a hold of him. Then Hay gets on top of Stanley. Horton has Fleming. Now then Hillman goes at it with McNeil. And they haven't tired yet. Jimmy, this is quite a Donnybrook. We almost saw this coming.
Yeah, Al McNeil and Larry Hillman are going at it, and there's Wayne Hillman standing right by watching his brother fight. One of the very few players that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different fights. Look at the goalies down here, Bill.
Murray Balfour chasing Carl Brewer. Murray Balfour wants to get in a few shots. Well, maybe we can get a real full shot of all the gloves and sticks all over the ice. Now then we have Fleming mixing it up again. And Stanley swings at Fleming, and they're all getting into it. Now then, here's Balfour and Brewer again. And Brewer mixing it up with Balfour. They're still at it. Brewer getting on top of Balfour. Now then they're back on their feet again. Now he's banging with his head. And still mixing it up. Now then, Balfour and Brewer, and they all get in on it. They're all fighting over at the Leaf bench. And Makita and Duff gets a hold of Fleming. Fleming goes down. Duff has a hold of Fleming. And Kiko Mackey is grabbed, then Nestorenko grabs a hold of him. Baun and Stan Makita, the goalkeeper, still watch the melee. Okay, Jimmy.
The goalkeepers must have a union. They've been talking it over. They're not interested in getting in any fights. Phil, there'll be at least 10 players, but not at least, there'll have to be 10 players from each side will probably get fines because everybody's on the ice, and all players that come on the ice from the bench to get into a fight get an automatic $25 fine. So I imagine we'll hear more about this little Donnybrook during the week.
Well, we've lost Murray Balfour and Carl Brewer. They went through the board somewhere. Let me see if we can find Brewer. He's back out there. Murray Balfour, can't find him.
They were last seen
Oh,
behind the
here he
Leafs bench.
Fleming is still talking to Duff. Al McNeil's in on it. Isn't over yet. Now will be the tough task of finding your gloves.
Well, you could see this coming all night from the opening period. The sticks were sort of, there was a lot of spearing going on. They were sticking players from both sides were sticking the sticks into their tummies, and this is what causes all this excitement, tempers. The referee's got to be a Methuselah to figure this one out.
Well, it certainly erupted very quickly.
Strangely enough, Bill, remember a few years ago when Montreal and Toronto got into a similar fight with a minute or two to go. The referee was Frank Udbury, and on that occasion he cleared both benches, just let 6 players out to finish the game.
Very interesting to see what he does this time, but the Chicago Blackhawks had something like this a little earlier in the season in Montreal, and although all the teams have been getting into it, they certainly ain't going to back down. No team is going to back down in this league. And as you mentioned, with the high sticks flying around, it doesn't take them too long to start dropping sticks in and using their fists.
That's right, Bill.
Maybe it's best that way.
But see, some of the fans are a little agitated, although I saw one gentleman lean over and grab a stick and try shooting on the Maple Leaf Gardens ice. He must be from out of town and wants the home folks to know he's here.
Now Howie Young's
going over this. There's some fans involved in an argument by the Leafs bench.
Now then, the referee is trying to weigh them all off the ice. This all happens with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left to go. Rangers and Boston are tied 6-6. Montreal 5, Detroit 2, as Henri Richard scored at 19:59. That game's over. Montreal 5, Detroit 2. It's 3-0 here, and I wouldn't even attempt to say what happened in the fight as far as win, lose, or draw. However, we can remind you that this game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Just as we gave you the out-of-town score, Boston has now gone ahead of the Rangers 7-6.
Well, referee Frank Udbury's got a private secretary down there at the penalty bench listing all these penalties. It's going to be a very interesting assessment of the situation.
I think we're going to have an adding machine, Jimmy, to keep track of the assessment of penalties. We'll try and catch it on the public address system if they're going to announce it. Just about set to go again. You notice that we have a bunch of subdued hockey players at the moment. They're really tired. Well, now they had the score 7-6. Now they've taken it off the board again, and this is a game at Boston, 8-6. Boston 8, Rangers 6. And the out-of-town scores, Boston 8, Rangers 6, Montreal 5, Detroit 2.